The Proven Winners feedback form isn't just a helpful tool for gardeners, it helps us as well. The questions gardeners send in help us address common issues and misconceptions about growing shrubs in a way that can help others become more successful too. Here are some of the common questions we get about growing roses. The fruit that roses produce look a lot like berries, but they're called rose hips. Different roses will have different sized hips. They grow after the rose has bloomed and the petals fall off. Rose hips are known to be rich in nutrients and disease-fighting properties. Still, even though roses don't have naturally occurring toxic chemicals, we don't recommend consuming any part of a plant unless it is explicitly labeled as edible and you're certain it's free from chemical sprays. You can easily grow roses in a container. Treat it the same way as you would any other shrub in a container. Choose a weatherproof pot with good drainage that it's large enough for the plant to continue to grow. You can use a standard bag potting soil, but be aware that container plantings will use up the fertilizer in potting soils after the first season. So plan to apply a granular fertilizer formulated for flowering shrubs each year after it's planted early in the spring when the soil thaws. Containers can dry out quickly, so watering is especially important in permanent container plantings. You might want to consider a drip irrigation system or use a self-watering container like aquapots. A rose cone is a protective container that some people place over their roses to insulate them from damage from wind, premature thaws, and fluctuating spring temperatures. You don't need to use rose cones for Proven Winners roses. They grow from their own roots, so unlike grafted roses, there isn't the same level of concern that they'll be damaged by harsh winters. As for mulch, it's always a good idea to put down a 2 to 3 inch layer of mulch around your plantings. This helps the soil retain moisture and it protects the roots during the winter. Deadheading is the process of cutting off dried flower buds that are past their prime. Most Proven Winner roses are self-cleaning, meaning the petals fall away from the plant as the blooms age. So, although they don't need to be deadheaded to rebloom, you may want to go over your plant and give it a tidier appearance. To do this, you'll follow the stem of the plant down to the first set of live leaves, cut in a diagonal about 1/4 to 1/8 inch above the leaf. The color of certain roses can be strongly influenced by temperature. This may mean that their color becomes brighter and more intense in cool weather, making it look entirely different than what's pictured in a catalog or on its tag. At Last is one such rose. Buds set during cold weather will open to flowers with pink tones, and buds set in very hot weather will open to yellow tones instead of the more standard apricot color. This is a temporary change, and the plant will flower normally when temperatures even out. No matter what your questions or concerns are about growing roses, to ensure success now and in the years to come, start with Proven Winners Color Choice roses. You can find them online or at your favorite garden center. Just look for them in the distinctive white container.